right, Pop, we about there, brother.
Okay.
Just doing the final touches. There we go. We are back. What's up, Pops? What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm just trying to make it happen. Going
Man.
forward, not backwards. What about you?
Oh man, shit, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, man. I'm still working on it. Still working on it.
You know,
Yeah.
they had that commercial years ago when Michael Jordan was playing, and the commercial, if I don't think you probably remember it, but the commercial was it said "Be like Mike." So I think you might want to be a little bit more like Michael Jordan there. At least your Beckett kind of look better.
Nah, we don't need no money, man. We got family, man. You know how it works. That's our money right there, man. That's gold all day. Gold all day.
I'll settle for that one.
Yeah. So we live on Facebook, man. So we got some viewers checking out the Lauren Collective. That's what we gonna call us tonight, the Lauren Collective. So everybody viewing on Facebook, welcome. This is the Fatherhood Take 2, the pilot episode. I got Lauren 1 with me. I'm Lauren number 2. And we are in the building. The reason I say Lauren number, actually, Pop, I'm gonna let you tell everybody why you did Lauren the second versus Lauren Jr. I'm gonna let you tell everybody because you say it better than I do.
Well, traditionally, people always, when they name their son after them, they name them Junior. And just when I did a little research and just learning some of these old traditions where we did stuff and not really knowing why we did them and the meaning, the word junior means, if you study the word junior and you study the word senior, the word junior means that you are subordinate or under the senior person. And when I read that, I'm like, okay, well, he's not under me, he's not subordinate to me, he came after me. And so just being enlightened to that fact, I'm like, you know what, I hope he rises to a better feet. But just becoming educated, the proper thing to do is to call your child the second, because he came after, not before. And so I just chose to use that number 2 sign because you're not lower beneath me. In fact, the more and more I watch you grow, it seems like you're probably superior to anything, which I thank God for that. But junior, no, you're not a junior. You are the second you came after.
I like it. And for the people that's watching live, I just want to let you know you got we got the coolest unisex name of all of them. Some of them say Lauren is for girls, some of them say Lauren is for boys. You got the sexy Lauren's in the house. So we unisex. We keep the unisex flowing. So Pop, as you know, we're gonna keep it transparent tonight, the good, the bad, the ugly. So be open, be honest. My goal here and for all of my shows is for my viewers to get something out of it, to be able to listen in and take something back that they can incorporate into what they do on the daily. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started, man. So the first question that I pose to you, Pop, is what has been the most rewarding part of being a father?
Being a father. Being a father is a reward in all itself. First of all, I know there's men out here who, for different reasons, weren't blessed being a father, and just having an opportunity is it's a privilege. It's a privilege, not so much a right. So just having being able to have that privilege. I've met men who did not have any children, and for different reason, but for various reasons they didn't have any children, and so just being able to do that is a blessing. Rewarding is, you said the family time, the fellowship, just being able to have the fellowship, simple things that we took for granted, just being able to be together, being able to laugh, being able to hang out, eat, watch TV. Tonight's the NBA game is on tonight, and being able to, hang out.
That's not a game. That's it's a shellacking right now. It's the Lakers getting ready to take it home. That's
So
not.
what?
That's a shellacking right now. The Lakers getting ready to take it home. Go ahead though.
They come back in.
Yeah, you good. Go ahead, man.
Okay, can you see me? I can't hear.
Yeah, you look good.
There we go. Okay. That's what your mother said to me about 41 years ago too.
That ain't what she
But
said. What she told us.
Well, she didn't want to expose herself to that, so you can't believe everything they tell you. But some of the other rewarding things. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
You over there with that. You over there with that.
You.
Yeah, you over there with that ghetto internet. You over there with that ghetto internet over there. Yeah, I hear you. Say that one more time. I can hear you, but you fading in and out. Yeah, there you are. I can hear you.
Can you see me?
Nah, I can't. Yeah, I can see you.
All right. Anyway, back to your question. I think about how blessed I am to be a father. There's a verse in the Bible that says,
You on Facebook? Go on Facebook and see what's happening. Yeah, I think the old man is frozen. I won't hold him to it though, because I actually think that it's my brother's fault. He's over there with some janky internet, over there at the Wonder Bread Company and everything like that. There you go. I see you. I see you.
Will it do any better if I go outside or should I stay in the building?
I don't know what you should do. Go ahead and talk while we got you, man. The people want to hear from you.
Okay, I'm gonna talk and walk, but talk and walk, and maybe this internet problem will quit acting up on us. But
walk it like you talk it. I like it.
All right, but yeah, some of the blessings of children. Thinking back, having 5 children that went to college, all graduated out of college, working, healthy. No behavior problems, no legal problems that I had to experience. So those are some of just the blessings, and just having healthy children, just having healthy children, and just an old-fashioned family time. As you said, we really don't need to, thinking about all the material things that people put their focus on. But the more and more I live, I just realize that just simple, old-fashioned family togetherness, that's priceless.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. I mean, for all the people, y'all can see my family in the background in the pictures. Uh, that is the most rewarding part of fatherhood. Just seeing your kids grow from from year to year, from one cycle to the next, whether it's preschool to grade school, from grade school to high school. And I got a grown up now, so trying to learn how to navigate that and be a father, but yet still let her do her thing and figure out her path. So it's definitely a challenge, but I am in the same boat as you. Well, I mean, you got more than 5 kids. You only talking about the first 5. We know you got like 30 kids. Uh, but huh? Yeah, I'm diming you out. I told you we keeping it real tonight. You gotta talk about all 8 of them, all 8 of them. So yeah, nah, but it's definitely rewarding, man. It's work, but it's definitely worth every second of it. Once you're able to get through certain things. So what what would you say today as a what are you 40 42, right?
Uh,
42,
I'm 39 and holding.
39 and holding. Okay. All right, I got you. So what would you say today to 25-year-old you? What would you say today? What advice would you give to yourself as a father at 25 then that you not now that you're 39 and holding?
Okay. Um, Slow down in life. Growing up, there's a saying, old-fashioned saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Um, and rushing through life, my mother and father, your grandparents would always say, son, slow down. Rome wasn't built in a day. Just trying to get too much accomplished so fast. As I think about life now and I think about the problems that I had in life, um, if if I could sit down and think about the root cause of the problem, uh, what would be the root cause? It would be I was trying to accomplish something uh, too fast, um, and so I would tell a person. So I would just say, slow down, take your time through stuff, count the cost of doing things. Um, Budget, the financial part, spending money. I would, whether you make uh, $100 a day or 1,000 a day or anything or what have you, just budget, live below your means. Make $100, spend 70, 80 the most, and save 20%, and just save some money for the rainy day, and do that.
How,
I wouldn't
how
put
do you do that married though? Help me out. How do you do that married?
um, it's a sacrifice. I read stories and I hear stories about I read stories and I hear stories about people and those that were married, those who are single, but it's just somehow you make a sacrifice and you just got to do it. Regardless of what bills are coming in, uh, you get a paycheck and they take out the taxes out of your money and you never see that money. And so you have to discipline savings the same way, just set it aside. So I would I would tell a younger version of the father, you got to do it at all costs. Diversify. You got to have more than one income coming in. There's a verse in the Bible um, over in Ecclesiastes, and it talks about having 7 or 8 sources of income. Solomon, the richest, wisest man in the world. Uh, that's what he said. Have income coming in more than one way. So diversify, have income coming from a different area. I would another thing I would do differently. I would it, I would just listen to what the advice that my parents gave me, and I would tell the younger version of me by all costs, get that done by all costs there.
I
I,
got you.
I would eat more healthier. I would eat healthier. Now that I got past that 39 stage, and I look at the what food does to you. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would eat more healthier. That's what I would do.
I like it, man. You mind, body, and soul, huh? You trying to attack them all. I'm gonna let y'all know my wife just threw some tissue at me, so I'm gonna lean over here and pick it up. It was when I was talking about how do you when you marry, you know what I'm saying, how do you save money? So I'm gonna hold on right quick, y'all. It's real. She didn't give me a pay. She gave me a paper towel. She ain't even nice enough to give me no Kleenex, y'all. She gave me a rough paper towel to wipe my face. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway, cause
Okay.
it's rough out here in these streets, pops. I'm telling you right now, it's rough out here in these streets, man. I'm gonna have to get a separate bank account for my ninth stream of income, as you say. I'll use my ninth stream of income as my secret bank account.
Okay.
Don't tell nobody. So you had a perfect segue to the next question I wanted to ask you. You talked about your parents and kind of how you came up a little bit. So what have you implemented as a father that your father did as you were growing up? What have you implemented? What did you take from him?
What would I take from him, or basically follow in his footsteps?
Yeah.
Um, Business entrepreneurship, um, being self-employed. Um, that was one of the biggest. That was one of his. He didn't like working for other people. He wanted that freedom, and I understand that. So especially if you want an income raised, biggest way to raise your income is you need to become self-employed. Uh, so that would be one of the things there, and just being happy. My dad, your grandpa, basically was a happy person, and just being happy, loving people, treating people the way that you want to be treated. Um, um, that those are probably the biggest things. As I say, he one of the things that he was very good at was he could find a person who was a stranger who probably didn't think much of themselves. They probably thought they were a peon or a low life, but he had a, a charismatic way of taking a person and making him or her feel important. So I try to do the same thing. I meet someone and you never know what's going on in the person's mind down in life, but just elevating people and making them feel important there is one of the things that I like to do that I got from my dad there.
I feel you. Okay. I would say if I would say probably the biggest thing that I took from you is being calm under pressure. Life can throw you, a lot of different monkey wrenches and things of that nature. But being calm under pressure, I've watched you in some stressful situations, be able to handle yourself, be able to, work yourself out of that situation to try to get to a more positive resolution of some capacity. So I would say that's the biggest thing I took away from you. Just kind of your cool, what I'm saying, demeanor. I'm still working on the charismatic part. I think some would say maybe I'm a little bit more boring than you. But you know, it is what it is. I guess I'll get there. Like you said, slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yeah, and on that note, our Creator, God. I happen to believe the Bible, and I believe this is a supreme being. And but on that note, God wired us all differently. When you go back to things that a lot of times we try to be like our parents or be like someone, um, and their strengths and their weaknesses. We go through life and then we don't achieve them, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're a failure. But one of the things is I come into grips that what my parents may have been strong at or good at doesn't necessarily mean that I may have that same gift. And so just understanding and realizing that I may not be able to achieve some of the things that my father or my mother did, but just understanding now, back to that question, what would I do now? What would I tell the 25-year-old father uh, now that for the record, I am 59. I feel 39, but realizing now that we're just simply wired differently. Some of the greatness that my father did, uh, being charismatic, uh, God didn't wire us all the same way. So as you live your life, if you find that you can't achieve a specific standard or characteristic of not only your parents, just people in general, just understand that may not be your calling.
I got you. I got you. And just for the people watching, 60 is not the new 40. I don't know what he's talking about. 60 is not the new 40. But nice try though, Papa. I appreciate that though. You tried. You tried. So you talked earlier about the financial side of things, and being the provider for your home. And how do you deal with the uh I guess the work home balance? Because obviously, uh in your case, I would assume that, you know, you want your objective was to be the primary breadwinner, so that mom could do her thing, raise the kids and kind of do that. So how do you look at the home personal or the work personal balance as a father? Because obviously you're out there being a breadwinner and things of that nature, or bringing in income in some capacity, but you also have the home life where, if you have kids, you got the homework, extracurricular activities, having to deal with disciplinary things, or, so how do you balance that out?
You just got to do it. Um, um, uh, Now, first of all, to kind of backtrack, obviously, I got off to a good start, raising family and raising children, and then obviously not having my act together. Went through a divorce in 96. So that bond was broken. But during those formative years, when um, when being married and raising children, you just made it happen. You looked at the deck of cards that life dealt you, and it just came down to just trying to make the best decisions on days when money wasn't there. I guess the one thing I realized now in life, going back to that question, what would I tell the younger version of me, the 25 version of me that I know now? Now I just realize that things will come together. The needs that need to be met, they'll be met. Whether it's a financial need, they'll be met. Um, and it's just a matter of staying focused and doing what you got to do. Um, and it's just basically comes down to just being focused, just being focused and sacrifice. Just hanging in there. Um, whether it seems like a problem, a problem that's not going to be solved. I just kind of learned that a lot of things kind of take care of themselves there, and it just goes back to just the basic part and what have you. Whether you got a lot of income, a little income, they'll take care of themselves. Um, Love conquers a lot of problems. Love conquers a lot of situations. Just showing love, and you'll be surprised what miracles happen and things come together when you just do it that way.
I got you. I got you. So you talked a little bit about, starting strong and then kind of, uh I guess for lack of better words, kind of falling off the wagon.
Yeah.
What would you say was the biggest battle and struggle that you had that caused you to fall off the wagon? Was it, yeah, I know you talked about, moving too fast, maybe not having your goals, aligned in a proper manner. So what would you say were your own internal struggles that caused you to uh, kind of fall off the wagon and things of that nature?
Uh, moving too fast. Um, most importantly, just being honest, is just leaving those biblical value and roots that I knew to be true. There's a to much is given, much is required. But when I look at it now, uh, being honest and truthful, it was just simply allowing myself to leave those biblical values that I was taught, that I knew right, and really allow myself to be deceived. Whether people realize or not, there is a there is a evil person spirit out here whose mission is to kill, steal, and destroy, and just allow myself to be deceived uh, from that angle brought the downfall of everything else. And then it's taken years and years to really recoup and get back to a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, I got you. So obviously, I already called you out. I let the people know you just ain't got the Fat Five. You got eight is enough, I guess. So obviously, most of us are grown. We're adults. We started our own families and things of that nature. But you do have, another little mini me, legend.
Yeah.
What has been different about raising him, especially at an older age, than it was, having kids at, in your 20s and your 30s and things like that? What's different? What's changed to make you a better father now than you were then?
Um, with him, I've gotten rid of the distractions. As I look at raising him, and the time I spend with him, as opposed to the time that I spent with with the other seven of you, the biggest difference is just that thing of slowing down, uh, not trying not trying to achieve all these material things in life, but uh, just wanting to be there and really now understanding what it really is true, what it is to be there and be a father, but uh, maturity, just be. I look at now, and obviously I'm more mature, and then and not wanting to make the same not wanting to make the same mistake or downfalls with him as I did with with his other siblings there.
So was there? I'm gonna throw you a rough one. So I'll bear with you, but uh, due to the tragic loss of my brother Leandre, did that change things at all for you as it relates to Legend?
Uh, it changed greatly. It changed greatly as I I think of um, um, some days, not some days, many days I say to myself, if I was in if I was in his life the way that I'm in Legend's life now, and the way I was in you guys' life in the beginning, I I tell myself I'm confident. I'm 99% sure that he would still be on this earth. So not wanting to make that same mistake of just letting him get away from me. I let Leandre get away from me. The bottom line, and depended on his mother and his stepfather to raise him and get him through that. And so as I look at him and I look at Legend, I'm like, I can't make that mistake again. So I hold on to him a lot tighter. There is what I do, and I'm not looking to anyone else to fill in that gap in my absence.
I got you. I got you.
I guess kind of on him on losing Leandre is
Mhm.
kind of you kind of assume things in life. I kind of took for granted that he would be okay the same way that his other six siblings were, only to find out that it really isn't that way. And then as he became a teenager, and I realized that he went a different direction than his other brothers, then it's a struggle to try to bring him back. So a hard lesson in life learned, and looking at uh, looking at Legend, it's like I can't make that mistake anymore, and just get it right. Get it right while I have that opportunity there.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of life, the opportunity for second chances, third chances, so I definitely think that, that's a very, very valid perspective, as it relates to, Legend and kind of wanting to do things different, understanding that maybe you didn't do things the right way, in the past. So, I think that, you know, I stick with it. I it's again, it goes back to the whole reward process. Obviously he's only 6 years old right now, so he's got a long way to go. But uh, looking at my oldest, from baby to 21, and what the changes and things of that nature, and what the journey, it's a journey, and obviously it's not over, but the journey of raising a kid, and the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. uh you always have to understand what the end game is. The end game is to provide them a better life than you have for yourself, to make sure that they have all the tools in their tool bag that they need to be successful as they, venture out and start their lives, and things like that. So, that's the I know you've had a hell of a journey as a father. I know it's been a hell of a journey. You know, you ain't been there sometimes, but that's okay. I think even when you're in the home as a parent, sometimes you cannot be there. You can feel your kid. And I don't want that to be taken for granted. That you can be a parent in a home with a kid, but not really be an active parent. And so it's extremely important to be able to take a step back and acknowledge when maybe you're not being, the father that you need to be, because there's so many layers to it. It's just not about the money. It's just not, you know, about the rearing. There is a delicate balance that it takes in order to, you know, make this work, and understanding that number one, you're gonna make mistakes as a parent. And one of the toughest things that I learned, and I'm still learning, is to apologize to my kids when I was wrong. We ask our kids to apologize when they're wrong, but a lot of times as parents, we take for granted that we need to do the same thing, because that's another learning lesson for them as well. And so uh, so I have to tell you, that despite any shortcoming that you may have as a father. I see what you're doing with Legend, and I'm super proud of you, and I'm super excited for him because I know the type of dad that you are or can be. So I do understand that he's gonna get probably a better version of you than we got, and you know we don't want anything but the best for him, and so I think that, it's absolutely outstanding that, you have seen the flaws in what you've done over the course of, the other seven of us, and now you're getting to him saying, I have to get this one right, So like I said, that's all about the second chance. And, the we're blessed with second chances, even as good parents, when we make mistakes, we got to come back and we got to right the ship, And so, super, super duper important, to make it right and to continue to strive to be the best parent, in our cases as fathers, be the best fathers that we could be to our children. And, understanding that even when your kids are adults, they still have that longing, that desire for their dad, So we ain't never too old for pops. I can tell you that much. So don't ever, I don't want anybody that's listening or even you to think that they grown, they don't need me like that anymore. Nah, as relationships evolve and you grow into more of a, sometimes friendships, more so than, the father son or the father daughter relationship, it's just a different level to the relationship. And so, you have to cherish the moments until it ain't no more. In all honesty, you have to cherish the moments until there's no more. And then when there's no more, hopefully the end game is that you created an impact as a father that's long lasting, that they'll raise their families in somewhat of a likeness of, what you did as a father, and to be able to, impart that on their children, because it's important generationally for us to make sure that, not just our kids, but, our grandkids and our great grandkids, have that foundation to build off of, and that foundation gets stronger each and every generation. I know, I don't know much about great grandfather, but I do know about grandfather, and he laid a very, solid foundation. And then, you guys over the years have, done your absolute best, to try to, carry out that legacy. I'm carrying out the legacy, and, I'll make sure that my boys, and my girls, but for the sake of what we're talking about tonight, I'll make sure that, my boys carry out, that same foundation and continue to build, those layers of success. So, Pop, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I appreciate you for not only coming on the show, because I thought it was super important. It didn't make sense for me not to have you as my first guest, number one. But I appreciate your transparency, you know,
Oh,
and your honesty. Yeah, I know. I see you getting ready to get on the elevator. Again, people,
okay.
do you see how old people operate? They just go start doing something else. It don't make no dollars.
The thing I'm really doing is to say, Legend is in the apartment, and I walked away. I need to make sure he's not terrorizing the apartment and what I
Ah,
just.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, I walked away. But let me just just a few things
Yeah,
on fatherhood. You
yeah.
know, just encourage. Again, things could have been better. It could have been worse, and the biggest, that best question, what would I tell a younger version of myself? Not only myself, but just a younger dad, period. Life is precious, and life is precious, and don't take life for granted. Um, uh, family time, fatherhood is priceless. All the money and the material things in the world, um, don't sacrifice. Spend quality time with your children. um, one of the beauties of grandchildren is when you don't get things right with your kids. One of the beauties of the grandchildren is you can you can kind of in a little special way do a few things with them that you didn't do with your children, but just encourage um, men to cherish their children above all things. The old fashioned stuff, just they don't necessarily need the material things. They just need you, just to be there, to sit, to talk, hold them, uh, all those things that we heard that we took for granted, walks, riding in the car, cherish it, lock in on it like no tomorrow, and um, put the focuses on that. Love them. Let them know on a daily basis, I love you, I care for you. Give them a hug, and you'll be surprised. Not only does it make them grow to be more mature, but it does a lot for yourself. But just all that the old fashioned stuff uh, that my parents told me, it didn't make sense then. As I say, when I look at life and the problems I had in life, 9 problems out of 10 was just simply going too fast or trying to achieve something too fast. I listened to a sermon this morning, and it was Joe Osteen, and he talked about, he used a comparison. He used pregnancy, and he mentioned, I guess a dog is pregnant for about 60 something days before it gives birth, and then an elephant is pregnant for 2 years, um, and that extra time that that pregnancy is because something big is being born. So just slow down and get out of this microwave mentality of wanting stuff so fast, and just let things mature. Like that elephant, the elephant needs to take 2 years to come out and mature, and get more to the mentality of stuff taking longer to happen. Get out of that mind state of wanting stuff so fast, but just cherish your family, cherish your children, love them, nurture them, and um, it's gonna work itself out.
Man, I don't think I could have said it any better, so I won't even say nothing.
And,
I'll let you I'll let you have that one.
oh, read your Bible. Life, back to fatherhood and life. The Bible is really a success book. If you want to be successful, not only as a father, uh, as a businessman, as a human being, um, read it. If nothing more, if, to be successful, the principles in there are golden. Follow
That's
that. Hey, if you follow that rule book, life won't be perfect, but you'll find that of 100 problems, it'll solve 97 out of 100 problems, whether it's raising your children, whether it's raising yourself, whether it's taking care of your mate. And then the other 3 problems that you'll find that our creator will take care of those for you there.
okay. Okay. Where's the wisdom from the 60 is the new 40 guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Slow down and save some money. Make $100 and only spend 80.
Okay.
Whether,
Okay.
yeah, whether you're $1 $1 million, live below your means, you'll feel a hell of a lot better.
I got you, man. I appreciate it. So hey, I'm serious, y'all. I don't know if I could have said it any better. If I could, I'm not gonna try. So, words of wisdom from somebody that's been there, done that, and a whole lot more. Fatherhood is a journey, uh, worth taking. Be responsible to your family. Be responsible to your children. Because at the end of the day, uh, family is all you got. So cherish fatherhood, cherish being a father. Any ways to get better, definitely give it a shot, because it's well worth it at the end of the day, man. We brought them into the world. We can't take them out. but we can make them better. We can make them better versions of us. So, Pops, I appreciate you. For everybody that tuned in tonight, I appreciate you. Stay tuned. This is just the pilot episode. There's going to be many more guests, tons of more information. Next week, I'll be sharing my story, uh, of my journey into fatherhood and through fatherhood, to where I am now. So definitely stay tuned, stay locked in. We appreciate your love. We appreciate your support. Love you, babies. And I see you next time. Be good, y'all. Peace.